Yes, this is the second 5x5 piston door video in a row. So about 6 months ago, I made this big chunky boy with Soul Banished. It is a 765 block 5x5, and you know, when I uploaded it, it was a pretty okay 5x5. I mean, there's nothing really so special about it. It's kind of average speed. Animation looks okay, I guess. You know, kinda sucks. But then, I took a big boy knife, and I sliced this layer away. This layer is now gone. And this bottom layer, gone. This entire bottom layer, poof, disappears. And now we have this beautiful 5x5 that I made with pixie blocks. Pixie blocks made the top, and I made the bottom circuit. And also, look at my bottom circuit. Look how much air there is. Like, you can build a house in here. Like, there's so much air in here, and Pixie Blocks has a really, really nice quad extender circuit. Like, I'm gonna show you the speed of this door. Boom, look at that. Closes in perfect sync, and then if we open it, look how fast the quad is. Like, look at that, look at that. Oh yeah. That's a really nice looking quad. Okay, let's just look at it from the side. If I can do it. I meant to place the lever, not flick it. Look at that, look at that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a nice looking quad right there. Yes, it makes ghost blocks, but you know, those are just ghost blocks. They're not actual blocks, and I'm gonna anyways tell you how to fix that later. You do need 1.13 or higher to build this door because it uses note blocks updating observers. So make sure you are using 1.13 and above. And yes, I'm going to say this. You have to use Java Edition. It might seem like a no-brainer, but you know, people commented that on the last 5x5 door. This does not work on Bedrock. And am I going to make a 5x5 on Bedrock? Probably not anytime soon, because they're still really hard, and even the best ones are really slow anyway. So yeah, 5x5, I already did the tutorial. That's how I usually do it. I do the tutorial and then the showcase bit. So yeah, now we are going to learn how to build this thing. So I hope past me did good enough. Well, I should know because I did it. So yeah, I did a mistake near the end at the top circuit. So make sure you watch the entire tutorial first before you start building it. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to build this bad boy. So to build this door, you need a 5x5 frame, and you're going to have 1 block of space on either side. You're going to have 5 blocks of space going from the top, and you're going to have 4 blocks of space between this frame and your floor. Your door is actually just going to end here, so this entire layer is not going to matter when you're done the door. So you're also going to need 2 blocks in front of the frame for the front, and then 1 block behind it, so this side is where your lever is going to be. So let's start with the piston layout in this chest. These are the things you need, so pause the video. I know there isn't exact amounts, but you know, I was too lazy to count, so you should probably make this in creative first, or watch the entire video first before you build it. So we're going to get our sticky pistons and our door blocks, so these can be whatever solid blocks, and then these wool blocks are just the wiring blocks for each circuit. So first thing we're going to do is go under the frame over here, and we're going to put our triple piston extender like that, and then 3 more pistons like that, and then we're going to put 3 more pistons for our storage over here, and then you're going to put your storage blocks over here. So those are going to be your door blocks. They're going to pop in the middle of the door. So now we're going to go to the top, and we're going to go on the same side, put 3 blocks, and then 3 sticky pistons going into those blocks. And then you're going to go up 4 blocks over here on top of these blocks, and then put your quad extender over here, and then just break whatever scaffolding you have. And then on the sides, we're going to put 5 pistons into this wall. This is obviously going to be the sides if it isn't obvious. So 5 over there and 5 over here. And now we're going to put our updater pistons for the quad. So on this side, so if we just look at it from here, on this left side, we're going to put a normal piston facing downwards. And then on the right side, we're going to put a normal piston facing the front like this. So that should be your entire piston layout. So now we're going to start with our inputs, which is going to be this gray circuit. And I'm just going to get everything because why not? It's not like I'm going to mess up or whatever, doesn't matter. So we're going to put a block under this middle piston over here. And why don't I have a slab? I got everything except the slab. And we're going to put a slab over here. And then we're going to put a block, put another slab, and you're gonna put your redstone dust. What do I not need? I don't need a comparator right now. You're gonna put 3 pieces of redstone dust like that. You're gonna put a block here, and then put a repeater. Put a block in front, and then a block in front of that. Dust, and then a repeater with a block in front. And you're gonna put a note block and a sticky piston with a observer facing downwards. Then put a note block, note block, note block, and a normal block. Put dust here, dust here, dust here, and a block here. And you're gonna put an observer here, here, and here. So that is your bottom storage done. So now we're gonna go to the front and put the power for our triple piston extender. So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go 2 blocks here, and then 3 blocks here. And we're just gonna put redstone over here. And then we're going to go and put our observer, so your pistons are probably going to fire, so just go over here, put 3 observers facing towards the pistons, just break this, you'll replace that later. And then 3 more observers like that, and you're going to put a 4th one up here, and a 4th one down here, and then you're just going to cover these with your door blocks. On this side, we're going to put 2 normal pistons, like right in front of the observers. And on this side, we're going to put 2 normal pistons 1 block away. We're going to put a block here, redstone dust, repeater, block up like that, and a piece of redstone. And you know what, just replace these blocks over here on the floor. So that should be the bottom inputs done. So now let's just go to the top and finish it off. So we're going to go and put 6 blocks going like that, and then 3 more over here, 2 repeaters, and then 3 more here, and then your dust. And you're going to put block, 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 and dust, 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 dust. That should be, yeah, okay, you need 1 more, so just extend it 1 more, put a piece of redstone. And then we're going to go over here, put 3 blocks, a slab, and a block going this way. And then you're going to put your 4, 5, 5 pieces of redstone. I can count. And what is needed left? Okay, so just put your frame blocks over here, put 3 pieces of redstone there, and then a piece of redstone there. So that should be all of the inputs for your pistons and stuff. So all your pistons should be able to get powered, except for the sides. That's going to be its own circuit. So now we're going to move on to the bottom and work on the bottom opening and closing. So for the bottom, I'm going to use my pink wool instead of my gray wool. So we're just going to go over to this side, and we're going to put a block here, and then you're going to put a block here, and then a slab, and then just break these and put your redstone dust like this. And then you're going to put 2 observers going into this bottom line over here. And there should be 1 more part that I think I'm forgetting. Let me see. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, so now we're going to test the bottom and see if this thing works. So what should happen is that all of these blocks should be pushed up, and then they'll probably be pushed up extra because there's no obsidian or anything. So how we're going to power it is we're just going to put an observer facing downwards, and we're going to update it. So if we break this observer, it should close. So there we go, that's what it should do. And then we have basically most of the openings. So if we just put our pistons down here, and then our pistons down here, just break these, and then we power this. All we have to do is retract the blocks all the way down, and that's basically our opening. We are almost done our bottom, so now we are going to do the opening circuit once I fix this. So keep that block there. So I'm just going to get my red wool over here, just replace it, and we're going to start with our bottom opening. I'm just going to peek over here just so I can remember how to actually do this. Okay, let's try to do this. So over here, we're going to put an observer facing upwards, so basically where we are, we're on this side of the slider, this observer here, observer facing upwards like that, and then you're going to put a sticky piston over here, and then you're going to put an observer 1 block above it like that, and then you are going to put, is it a block? Am I doing this right? Let me check. It is, but I'm facing it the wrong way. Okay, so don't face it towards this block, face it towards the front, and then you're going to put a block in front, and then you're going to put a block down like that, piece of redstone, and just break this piece of dust, put an observer, and a repeater on 3 ticks like that. And now we're going to go on the other side, and this is going to be really awkward over here, so just break a couple blocks here, and you're going to put observers going all the way to this end point over here. You're gonna put a sticky piston facing upwards, and yeah, okay, we're gonna put an observer going like that with a block in front, and it should be a piece of redstone dust if I'm correct. Yep. So we're gonna go back here, gonna put a piece of dust on top of this observer, and then another block and a 2-tick repeater like that. So that should be your entire bottom done. So what should happen is if we just break this, it should close. So there we go, that's the closing. And then we just break these pistons, we stack them together like that, and then put our 3 blocks going like this, and just break these. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna kind of store these first two rows, and then push this up and then down and then retract fully. So let's just see that happening. So there we go, it's pretty fast. That's why I really like this bottom. So let's just look at that again because it's satisfying. So break this, put our sticky pistons back here, and then our blocks like that. And it actually should have made a ghost block, if I'm pretty sure. Don't know why it didn't do it that time. Okay, put a block, look at that, boom, so fast. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's see. Okay, no ghost blocks. So if there is ghost blocks on your sliders, because that's usually where they happen, let me just replace my door blocks. So it's always this first observer out of all the doors I've built that gets ghost blocks. You need to put a sign in front. If you put a block, it will get pushed, but it isn't permanent. If you just relog, all the blocks will be normal, or if you just right click the ghost blocks, it should all disappear. But apparently it doesn't seem to be making ghost blocks right now. So you don't need this glass layer. As you can see, there's no redstone dust or anything that's going to be broken if you break it, so just break away if you want to. So now I'm just going to fill in some more door blocks, and we are going to start with the top, because the top is the part I remember the least. So expect me to be looking back at that door to know how to build the top. So first thing we need is our lime piece of wool. And what is the thing? Where's my top closing? Top closing and top power. Let's just get those. And this is where your lever's going to be. So this green block is where your input's going to be. So diagonal from this block, we're going to put a block over here. And do I even have a lever in my inventory? I don't have a lever, but you know what? We're going to put a lever in there. There we go. And we're going to put a piece of redstone dust on top like that. Sticky piston facing upwards. And then we're going to put our purple block and our repeater going here. Actually, no. I did it 1 block too low. Okay, just move everything you've just made, but 1 block upwards. So there we go, there we go. And where's my repeater? It's gone. And there we go. And you're going to put 2 blocks here with your dust. And there we go. Now it should work. So now if I just peek over here, what the heck am I doing? Okay, so I'm going to put a block up here, and we're going to put a torch. We're going to put one here and here, and then we're going to block on top with a torch and a block, and it should be a repeater if I remember correctly. No, it's a piece of redstone dust. So piece of redstone dust here, block here, and ooh, I did not include this in my items list, but you are going to need something that redirects redstone. You can use a lever if you want to, but I don't know, use something that can't be powered, like a detector rail, I don't know, tripwire hook maybe, daylight, actually don't use a daylight sensor, but yeah, detector rail, just make this redstone point that way, but don't use a redstone or a repeater, just use something that can't be powered. So now there should be a repeater here, and we're gonna put, oh, and that's extending, so we're gonna put a sticky piston facing downwards with a block in front of it like that. So that's gonna push on the torch on the falling edge and make them monostable. So now we're gonna do our top power, and basically what it does, it kind of links all the inputs together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in front, put a block, put another block, and then 2 pieces of redstone, and there's a repeater over here. So if I look back over here, yeah, that looks right, okay. And then we're gonna go on this side, put a repeater going into this line, and then over here we're gonna put a block, and we're gonna put our comparator. And the reason we're putting a comparator here is because comparators actually can't take 1 ticks. Like, it's not gonna activate if you 1 tick it, and that's used in a lot of doors. It's kind of a weird feature, but it is really useful. So I'm gonna put a block in front here, and I don't have my slab anymore, that's fun. And a slab over here, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. Okay, let's see. What do I need now? Yep, just the blue circuit, which I assume it's the opening because it's the one with the most timing. I didn't make the top, I made the bottom, okay? So now we're going to take observers, and we're going to put an observer here. We're going to replace this block with an observer and point it towards this redstone. So just put your comparator back. And then we're going to put a normal piston facing downwards, and we're going to put an observer facing towards the front side. And then we're going to put 2 observers facing up. This is where it's going to get really complicated. We're going to put a hopper on top, and then we're going to put an observer facing this way. I just need to peek because I do not remember how to do this, okay? And then we're going to put 2 observers going up, 1 observer going this way, 1 observer going that way, and then we're going to get our dark blue block. That's the circuit color now, our top opening. So I'm just going to put all this wool away because I don't need it. I don't need that much wool. We're going to put a block over here, and yeah, there shouldn't be another observer. Yeah, I'm right. I'm very correct. Okay, now what is after, because I completely forgot. Okay, so I'm going to put an observer facing into this observer like that. We're going to put 2 observers facing upwards, and we're going to put another observer over here, and another observer also pointing towards this block. And then we're going to put another observer going over here with a block in front of it, and then a block in front of that with a repeater and a piece of redstone and a block like that. And then we're going to have a sticky piston, so I need a sticky piston, and it's going to be facing downwards, observer 1 block away from it facing towards this direction. We're going to put a block over here, so it's going to go in front of the observer when it gets retracted. And I'm lost again. Okay. Got it, I think. So, behind this block, so we're just going to go over here. We're going to put a hopper, and then we're going to put an observer going like that. Oh my god, if I can place it. And normal piston. Where is my normal piston? We're going to put a normal piston over here. And then we're going to put an observer over here, and it's going to go in front of a block. And then over here we're going to have a 4-tick repeater going into our redstone torches. There we go. 4 ticks. It's 4 ticks, right? Not 3 or something weird like that. Yeah, it's 4 ticks. I'm very good at doing redstone tutorials. And then we're going to put a block in front, put an observer facing upwards coming from this observer, and then 3 observers going over here. So that should hopefully be everything. I'm just going to do a quick last check. Okay, this is future me telling me that I did a mistake. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to edit this in. But yeah, I missed an observer. So don't flick it. Don't flick it at all. Just go over here to the back of the door. And where you see this repeater and this comparator around this area, you're going to put an observer facing into this redstone like that. So it's getting powered by that observer. Now you're going to be able to flick it. There we go. That's the door. That's the door. I had an 18-minute recording. I forgot that 1 observer, but now it should be salvaged depending on how I edit this. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I don't know. So yeah, that's the door. You like it? It's very good. I really like this door. It's probably like the best one. And there we go. That's the ghost blocks I was talking about. I don't know why I didn't make the ghost blocks earlier, but like I said earlier, all you have to do, put a sign, and boom, no more ghost blocks. I can even prove it. And it only happens when it opens, and I guess it only happens when there's a top. I don't know how ghost blocks work. So yeah, as you can see, ghost blocks didn't happen this time. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this and that epic last minute save of me saving the tutorial. I'm gonna throw things at the sky. So yeah, I have lots of stuff to show. You know that monetization door I showed in my community tab? Also going to make a tutorial on that sometime soon when I have time. I also have other big project things I'm just going to showcase. So yeah, 5x5 door, pretty epic. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, goodbye. Yai yai.